G'day guys, welcome to another State of the Economy with your host Josh here. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. And we're basically, well, taking a look at the economy and how it's going basically at the moment as well. With all the, busting prices, the prices in the market and stuff like that as well. This is going to be, I gotta say, I did a quick pre-look at the market yesterday and I gotta say the market's been looking pretty stable actually, which means it's a good sign for everyone indeed, especially with the crystal prices stabilizing somewhat as well. But let's just get on to the carries first of all. So with the carries, almost forgot how to get in. So with the carries so far, I've been saying this for quite a while, that the Abyssal Dungeon farmed carries will slowly but surely die out. You can see here another 4-man group as well. And also be careful with these groups. I said this before about 3 videos ago. Be careful with these groups where they're offering 1000 G for a carry, given the fact that you can get banned because these are all obviously gold silo accounts as well. Next up, we got to get the Argoses. The Argoses have gone down a lot. I mean, 1k for a bust for Argos now. That's like 1.7k profit for most people on 1370 still. But I think at this point, a lot of people are beyond 1370, that 14-15 range, as you guys can probably see there. Next up, we got I call him Argos again. Voltan, 1.5k for normal. I saw 2.5k for hard as well. So that is pretty awesome to see. So basically 1.5k, 2.5k Voltan going up slightly. Next up, we got Vicus. I did see 4.5k for normal. I even saw 4.5k for hard as well. So it's been between this 3k and 4.5k mark here as well for people to get in. And to be fair though, it is a tough boss fight and interesting. No scouters, so no Iron Man. Feels bad, man, okay? Next up, we got a Clown. As I said with Clown, there's going to be no carries anytime soon. It's a 4-man braid, so, generally when the smaller number is, if one person is a carry not doing anything, the harder it is for the rest of the group. And that's how it goes here as well. That's why you can carry on Vicus and Voltan, where if one person goes down, it's not much of an impact compared to only one person going down in a 4-man group. Now, I don't think, I gotta say, Rehearsal hasn't had any sales yet at all. Rehearsal's quite easy. So overall, in that space, the carries, I gotta say, Voltan's gone up slightly, Argus has gone down by a lot. Abyss Dungeon's relatively stayed the same. Be careful, of course, the gold buyers in there as well, or gold sellers. And Vicus has gone up to about 4.5k as well. Now, this is in the US region, US West region, guys. So if you guys are in US East and stuff like that, be like, stuff like that. Also, it's not reporting for you. That's what I'm basically trying to say. Also, as well, some of the servers have merged as well, so that allows more gold to be spread around, which actually, funnily enough, reduces inflation. Okay, even though it increases the amount of gold supply, it also increases the population of the server as well, which I guess that will eventually increase gold supply with inflation, with everyone doing the stuff, but it also decreases at the same time, depending on the server that you merge with, of course. Now, we're going to go to the Mario Store. Now, the Mario Store, I'm going to be pretty happy with this, actually. I'm very, very happy with the Mario Store at the moment because the gold prices didn't go up that much. It hit 3k last week, but it's only gone up by 50G since. I think it's getting to that stage where everyone's starting to slowly get best in slot in the main, and there's a few extra people who are going best in slot on the alts, but there's a lot of people who are just like sitting pretty for Broshasa, basically, which comes out in December. Overall, I think this is a good sign for the game. I know a lot of people who have like one main or saying they can't afford crystal, stuff like that. Overall, I think it's a very, very good sign of the game that, that stayed at 3k at least. I mean, I'm right back in the old days when it was like 300, 500G for a crystal, but I think that's going to be a long gone, okay, because I just don't see it given the fact that Argos gets 2.7k per week. You're not going to get back down to those prices again, okay, especially with the Legion rates and stuff like that. I think the developers, Smilegate, will give you guys enough materials to get to those Legion raids, so it is possible to play free. But like at the same time, though, like don't expect the crystal prices to go down back to their previous levels. I think this is where it's going to stay essentially. Now, next up, we're going to take a look at the honing mats as well. I know this has been a bit quick, guys. Like I know it's been a bit quick today. Actually, you know what I should do? I always keep forgetting to add this. Okay. Oh no, there it is. I can access the market here as well. I completely forgot about that. So first of all, we're going to take out Guardian Stones. So I guess I expect Guardian Stones to be at 1G at each. And this is interesting that the tier 2 one's at 3G each. I wonder why that is, okay? It's interesting development, I'm going to say there. I guess some people are stuck in tier 2. If that's going to be the case, then... yeah, that's really weird then. Destruction Stones on 1G each. Usually it's Destruction Stones that are more expensive than the Guardian Stones, so... this is a bit of a weird area. Also, you can see Crystallized Destruction Stone is reduced from 14 to 10G as well. So, good to see, good to see. Now, you're going to check the support mats as well. So, 90G, 134, and 240. I'm going to say these have gone down again. And also you can see the fish have gone down again to like 9G and 8G. So, you know, it could be some good news on the other front as well. Now I gotta check the leap stones out. Now, leap stones stayed steady. Like, I gotta say right now, like, all the honey mats have stayed steady. And I gotta say, you know, I've said this before. I think it's because of the fact that everyone prepared for Belshazzar before Kukulsidon came out, okay? So, everyone who's done that, or hasn't done that, is now slowly getting to that level where they have done that. And they don't need to, you know, increase their dude anymore. And the prices have just stayed stable ever since because the demand and supply are now even. Okay, and like I say right now, this could even go down lower, given that the Guardian Stones are going down and the Destruction Stones are going down as well, so it could even get lower. Now, Fusion Material. This would actually counter my theory as well, Fusion Material, but it's gone down to 10 and 9. And I would say, like, you know, now there's too much Fusion Material on the market. I did say last week that, hey, you know, if you want to do Fusion Material, get in it now. So this week, it's the opposite. You don't want to get in it anymore. So you're a bit behind now. You're a bit behind the 8 ball. Ain't happening anytime soon. Now, we're going to type pouch in, and hopefully type it correctly. Now, pouches, I'm never going to win my bet, am I? Okay, I keep saying every time I expect to see these being more than life shard pouches. I keep being disappointed over and over again. Talk about tier 2, though. Blue life shard pouches are more expensive than purple harmony pouches. Is it still worth getting these? Yes, still. Okay, it's going to be a point where it's not worth it, where getting a legendary map is better than getting a legendary map of purple, okay? But at the moment, take it as it is. As you can see here, life shard pouches are very, very expensive, so make sure you get your tier 2 maps and doing those. Those are big gold generators, so make sure you are doing that. And that's the most important part of the honing mats today, is just make sure you're getting the right materials and stuff like that as well. But next up, we're going to go into the other markets as well. We're going to go into consumables. So we're going to go into the steak, because I always forget it. Always. So you can see here, the tier 2 mats, the tier 2 ones are still more expensive than tier 3. I have still no idea why this is the case, okay? I have no idea, because given the fact that you can buy tier 3 food for a lot cheaper and it's a lot better, I don't know. Maybe someone's trolling me with this every single time that I go to look at consumables and stuff like that. Next up, we're going to check the HP potions. They've gone down. As expected, the reason why they've gone down is that people don't need them so much anymore because they're using Kukulsidon, they're probably using 1-2 pots, got a good support, stuff like that as well. That is very, very important. Now, next up, we're going to check the bombs. So the bombs have actually... destruction bombs and pheromone bombs have gone down slightly. The main 4 bombs that you use, okay, like these are ones here, of course, they're really, really cheap compared to these other ones here. I'm going to say it's mostly due to supply and demand. A lot of supply into the market and a lot less demand since people are one-shotting bosses and stuff like that, or taking them out fairly easily where they don't use that much battle items because they are basically taking them out very, very easily now. And, you know, basically they're using less consumables overall. Now, let's see what we got here. So, grenades. So, grenades, I'm going to say whirlwind and dark grenades, relatively cheap. Electric grenades, which no one uses. Okay. 39G. But you can see here, the dark grenades and whirlwind grenades, they're staying steady at 50G at the moment. Which is really, really good to see. Now, I'm trying to remember all the other consumables as well, but I think I've actually gone through them. Actually, we can check Panacea as well. Panacea is another one that could be quite expensive, and there we go. And then we're going to check time stops as well. So, 59G is pretty cheap. Time stomp, haha. And you check time stops, which is about 60G overall. I'm going to say here, like, you know, the prices for a lot of these battle items have gone down. Maybe because they've introduced a lot more battle to item chests and stuff like that people have been collecting. Because that could be the only way why these prices would go down, given the fact that a lot of people do not work their stronghold too much. Next up, we're going to go and check the engravings. And I'm going to say right now, I am going to regret checking the engravings, I'm going to say. The main reason why is because I feel like there's a lot of gold to be made, and these will be increasing a lot. Now, this is really interesting, so you've got to be careful here as well. So I guess someone sold a AFO Predator for 65G. Geez, the green one? That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Anyways, let's get the greens out the way. I said before as well, like, you know, if you do want to maybe get rid of extra gold on the side, you may want to pick up some of the gold engravings. You know, you got the class engravings as well, which might sell for a pretty penny. Also, I'm going to say here, like, what the deuce, okay? And what I'm going to say right now is, if you're trying to farm these late tier recipes and stuff like that for your main, I'm going to say do the old islands for them, okay? Like, is it really worth wasting 138 gold for 1 green supercharge and stuff like that? I don't think so. But if you want to put it on the market, go for it. Okay? But at the same time, I'm going to say is this. If you're trying to buy these engravings, just do it. Just do the grinding part with the weeklies on Goblin Island, stuff like that. But you can trade for these chests. Just do that, okay? Don't do this. Don't buy it. Very bad idea to buy. Now the blue books as well. It's just the same thing. I wouldn't be surprised if Sparkgate did introduce like a catch-up mechanic with these blue books as well. Blue and green books. Would not be surprised at all. Now it's gonna be different with the epic books because the epic books are easily cheap because everyone gets them. With only probably the class recipes being super strong. But as you can see here, the purple books have gone up slightly for the good ones. So you got a lot of stacks of purple books that you just don't want anymore. You can just probably put them up, get a pretty penny off them as well. If you need to, if you're going to grind these books as well, there's probably some you probably worth buying. But I gotta say right now, may not be worth buying. You might as well just grind them out and just go up bit by bit. I gotta say, you know, at day one gaming, if you farmed your engravings a lot, you'd be like loving yourself at the moment because geez, you would have saved so much. Now you go to legendary, and I gotta say legendary is probably going to be the crazy expensive one. You can see here some of them are hitting towards that 20k region, but I gotta say overall grudge is back up to 15k due to the throne spire changes as well. So if you got your grudges at 5k or 6k or 7k, you must be laughing. Okay, you must have saved a pretty penny as well. As you can see here, a lot of the class engravings are heading above that higher range as well. If you still got, like, you know, if you still need Awakening and Expert and stuff like that, probably a good idea to potentially buy it now as well, since it's at the 5k region as well. But overall, I'm going to say, you know, class engravings is going to be always super expensive. I think you just going to have to purchase them bit by bit by bit. It's going to be a hard task as well, given the fact that, let's say you want to get Igniter, it's going to cost 360k to basically get Igniter. And, you know, that's, that's basically, if you're going to think about it, it's about, like, you know, 8 to 10 weeks of grinding. And you're going to have to get that book, you have to get that book by book by book, because if you don't get a book by book and the prices go up, well, you're in shitsville, basically, okay? You're in absolute shitsville. Next up, we're going to take the skin market overall to see how the skin market's going, and obviously there's no legendary skin market, so we better go back to the start. So as you guys can see here, the platinum skins, they've gone down slightly as well, but you can see here, like, you know, Brilliant City, Abyss City, and stuff like that, the old collectibles are now selling for a lot more, and I gotta say, I feel like they've doubled in price. So that signifies that the gold price is going up slightly, and the gold is inflating, and a lot of people are not using the Royal Crystal market for it, and some people are. So I think a lot of people are catching on because they can use this, buy the skins, and then sell it on market. Now I go check the pets as well, and I can say the pets have gone over 20k, and I am right. They have inflated. They have basically doubled. And this is another way that people put, you know, sell gold onto the market basically as well, by buying pets and putting them on the market. Like I say, I feel like I've seen all these pets before, so I'm feeling that it's not very liquid here either. So be wary of that as well. It's not very liquid. Next up, we're going to check the gems. And, well, with the gems overall, gems like an indication of, like, inflation, basically, how inflation's going. Because gems usually are very, very volatile, and they tell you what sort of inflation's occurring. I'm going to say this is probably the high end of the gem market, but I'm going to say it's probably the new platform level of the gem market as well. Like, having these high, like, you know, 214k for level 9. So if you got, like, 6 ults and stuff like that and get a lot of boss rush keys, gems are definitely the way to go. Now, overall, I'm going to say I think 23k, 22k and stuff like that is going to be the new norm. There's going to be, I don't think it's going to go below 20k again. So I think if you want to buy your level 7 gems, it's probably time to buy them. I only see them going up in the future. Like, I really only see them going up. They'll probably go down a bit later once everyone starts having level 10 gems. And I think a few people gain to that stage, but I don't think, you know, it's going to be a lot of people at level 10 gems anytime soon. And soon people want them on their ults potentially as well. Unless they, you know, basically trade them around, which is possible as well. You know, some people do trade them around, but I've got to say, probably is not worth the silver to trade them around either. Now, I want to get to ability stones as accessories, but I feel like I've just done them to death. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I feel like I've completely done them to death. And overall, I think a lot of these are done for gold selling as well. So I feel like the market at the moment with these ability stones and stuff like that are also done with basically gold selling in mind. So be careful of that as well. Like, so this guy's trying to sell this for these guys are trying to sell these for 10 million, hoping for a gold buy to buy basically as well, but it's not going to happen. Overall, the ability stones I've been seeing have been higher price, have been pretty meh, to be honest. Like, this is a meh ability stone. This is really good, but 44k is not, you know, worth it. And it's 25k, and it's one for 100k as well. I gotta say here, like, some of these ability stones are pretty meh. My ability stones have gone up slightly as well. So basically, as you can see here, anything with adrenaline, I don't know how that's got to that much, okay? Crazy. Anything with adrenaline is basically going to sell for a lot because a lot of top tier talents is adrenaline. And generally, adrenaline is probably one of the best combat engravings for a lot of classes as well. So that's always going to sell well. So you get like adrenaline and another good DPS trait like Ambush Master or Hit Master, you can probably get an easy 4 or 5k because people are going to buy and trying to get their best ability stone set now. Like, you know, trying to get the 8-8 or something, 8-6, something like that, or no, 9-7, which is 1%. Because they've got gold and they're willing to spend it. That's pretty much it. And since the crystal market hasn't really inflated that much in the last 2 weeks, it's easy pickings. Because they've got everything at this point. Now, for the accessories as well, there's a lot of accessories. I gotta say, the class engraving ones are gonna be the most. Now, this one, oh, wow. That is the perfect accessory, okay? This is probably the perfect accessory that you're never probably gonna replace in a while, okay? With crit spec, grudge, adrenaline. Probably one of the best ones you can get, okay? I'm not gonna lie, okay? It's probably one of the best ones you can get with having a grudge book. But you can see here, a lot of the accessories are now super, super, super inflated. Like, if you get a decent accessory, you can probably sell it for very, very high. Generally, because these are probably best in slot accessories that you are unlikely going to replace, okay? That's the main thing here. You are unlikely going to replace these accessories for the entirety of the game, hence the high price for it as well. So just think about, like, if your accessory is you'll not replace it ever, you could probably put it up for at least 6 digits and people may buy it. Because, you know, basically it's an investment that you pay 300 now and you get best gear for the rest of the tier until a card comes out, and a card's not coming out anytime soon. And with the accessories as well, accessories, it seems like a combination of class and top combat accessories have been the ones that have been basically super duper expensive as well. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today because I don't really want to harp on about accessories and ability stones because I've literally said the same thing for the last 6 to 7 weeks, is that class engravings are usually the top. Top tier combat engravings with best stats now is generally is going to be the highest. I mean, you had a person selling it for 900k for a grudge adrenaline, which is best stats for a lot of DPS classes as well. So if you're basically farming DPS engravings or top tier support engravings, you're going to be paying probably at least 6 to 7 months. Could be better off to just grind through chaos dungeons and try to sell other people's loot that's good for them on the market, and then try to buy your pieces as well. If you wanted like an idea of why you should buy some pieces as well, just think about it this way. Some of the items that you're going to be paying like 200 to 100k on could be good for the rest of the game at this stage, or rest of the tier at this stage. But if you think it in the other way, being like, hang on a second, I don't need the best of the best to clear a dungeon, which you don't. You don't need the best of the best to clear a dungeon. Therefore, you can just go for a mid-tier one, save the gold, and sell the other pieces on a high tier. So later on, like when you want to use your gold or utilize your gold on something you feel is going to last a lot longer, you can do so, or use it to hone your ults up and stuff like that as well. Those are the 2 decisions you got to take care of. Like, do you want something that's good for one character for the entire tier, or do you want to just get mid-tier, you know, be fine with mid-tier, get enough to clear the dungeon, and slowly improve on that, and then sell the other things that you get for a big bag of gold, and then later on, you can start buying more when it's needed, basically. Just having money, gold here when it's needed, basically. And also, you know, being able to purchase fions and stuff like that for future investments. But anyways, guys, that's my thoughts for today. This is State of the Economy. Overall, we're going to say with the State of the Economy so far, that it's been quite stable. You know, it's been quite stable overall. Like the blue crystal prices, they've been very, very good. They've been very, very kind to you guys as well. I think a lot of people are very, very happy that blue crystal prices haven't spiked even more. I think this is due to a combination of basically the skins and pets being used to sell gold overall. And also at the other end is that the gold's being lessened by quite a bit because you can't get gold from Argos, but you can get gold from Kukulkan, which has had offsetting impacts and stabilized the gold economy. But anyways, guys, hope you guys have a good one. See you guys later. Peace out. Bye.